guy. He didn't want to hurt anybody. And those idiots with torches kept chasing him up and down the hill. So I thought, I'm going to get a good monster. Then I said to myself, I didn't say I thought to myself, it's okay to say to yourself. I said to myself, it could be kind of dull just watching a monster running around story after story. And I remembered Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I said, what if he's a regular person who turns into the monster, and the monster hates the regular person, and that regular person hates the monster, but there's nothing they can do about it. Okay. Now the next thing was getting back to costumes. I told you that I didn't like costumes, I didn't want them, I didn't give them to the Fantastic Four, but after the first issue of the Fantastic Four, we got a ton of fan mail saying, we love the book, it's great, but we'll never buy another copy unless you give them costumes. And I realized there's something about superhero fans. They like their heroes to have costumes. So when I did the Hulk, I couldn't figure out how a monster would go into a shop somewhere and say, make me a costume. But I had to do something to please the fans. So I figured I'll make his skin a different color like nobody else, and that'll be like a costume. So I started going through a list of colors, because I'm very thoughtful and scientific. And I went down the list and I got to gray, and I said, I think gray is a good color because it could look spooky. It's kind of dark, but not too dark, and so forth. And as far as I knew, there were no villains who were gray. So I made him gray in the first issue, but what happened was the printer couldn't print the color well. On one page he looked dark gray, on one page light gray, on one page he was almost white, he was black. It was like we didn't know what color our character was. There were no flies on me. I said, I'm going to change the color. So again, I went through a list of colors and I said, green isn't bad. And I decided to make him green. And that's why those of you who might have a first issue of the Hulk might wonder, why is he gray when he later became green? And now you know the inside story, you lucky people.